Coming up on Pirate News Network, an Oklahoma university joins the many areas protesting Trump's executive order that bars travel from several countries. Then, satellites showing a relaunch in North Korea's nuclear program just days before the Secretary of Defense is set to visit South Korea and Japan. And later, a paralyzed pooch gets a second chance at life and love after being rescued from a puppy mill. All this and more coming up on Pirate News Network.
From the School of Communication Studio at East Carolina University, this is Pirate News Network.
I'm Anna Parrish, Pirate News Network at 6. People across the country are responding to President Trump's executive order. At the University of Oklahoma, students, professors, and officials voiced their opinion to President Trump's new immigration policies. They held a rally on Monday on campus where university's President David Boren addressed the crowd saying, "We cherish the Constitution now and forever, and we will defend it to the last breath." President Donald Trump defends his controversial immigration order, the executive action. Among other things, temporary bans travel from the United States to several Muslim-majority countries. Now, coast to coast, more protests are being planned as lawyers gear up to argue over the order. Mary Maloney reports.
Tens of thousands of people across the country outraged. Airports flooded with protesters angry over President Trump's immigration order. In Portland, police stood guard in riot gear as a crowd swelled outside. Although the cities are different, the sentiment is the same. No hate, no fear. The order stops people from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Sudan, Libya, Somalia, or Yemen from entering the United States for 90 days. President Trump says the move is all about security.
To keep radical Islamic terrorists out of the United States of America. We don't want them here.
But confusion over key details placed hundreds of men, women, and children in limbo. Some able to reunite with their families in the United States after being detained.
For which crime is being Iranian American, Libyan American, and Syrian American a crime here today in Trump's America? Is it?
After days of protests, Trump released a statement justifying the order. "We will continue to show compassion to those fleeing oppression, but we will do so while protecting our own citizens and voters." I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
Almost immediately, the executive order faced legal challenges. Several judges issued staying halting the implication of the ban. It's the first action in what's likely a long and complicated battle. In the wake of the Muslim ban, we learned that Iran is continuing to test nuclear weapons. Iran conducted a failed missile test.
That's a GA2 blasting off.
The official said that the test posed no threat to the U.S. or its allies.
Going up in there.
White House Press Secretary
As you can see
Sean
for yourself.
Spicer
These are the latest pictures
the
as
U.S.
we have
is
been
aware
saying.
Iran launched a missile. He said, quote, "We're looking into the exact nature of it." Spicer also said they are investigating if the test violated the 1922 UN Security Council resolution. The resolution stated Iran couldn't engage in any activities related to fossil fuels. North Korea seems to also be stepping up the nuclear activities. Satellite images showed the country is preparing to restart the reactor at the Yongbyon nuclear facility. The news comes shortly before Secretary of Defense James Mattis visits South Korea and Japan. It will be his first trip abroad as Secretary of Defense. President Trump expressed concerns publicly about remaining allies with South Korea and Japan. We're getting a first look inside a Canadian mosque where 6 people were gunned down over the weekend. Authorities say 27-year-old Alexander Frisonet opened fire during evening prayers at the Quebec Islamic Cultural Center in Quebec City. Frisonet faced 6 counts of first-degree murder and 5 attempted murder charges. Authorities have not yet released a motive for the attack, but Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called what happened an act of terrorism. Now time for our weekly weather update. Today and tomorrow, we are looking at nice temperatures in the mid to high 60s. And on Thursday, they begin to decline to a drop 54 degrees. Friday's temperature continued to decline with a high of 46. The weekend temperatures rise steadily with Saturday's high of 47. Temperatures Sunday jumped to 50, but a 30% chance of rain. Things tend to clear up on Monday with a high of 55. That's all we have for a weather update. Finally, a second chance of life and love for one dog originally from a Tennessee puppy mill. An Iowa woman rescued her, and now the paralyzed pup gets attention, lots of love and attention. Brad Hansen has the butterfly story.
I tell people it's kind of like a Flintstones car. You just pedal yourself around.
It may not be the way most dogs get around.
Oh, yeah. The personality is about 50 pounds, even if she's 36.
But this wheelchair and this woman have given life back to Butterfly.
There's so much personality now. She was like a 12-year-old dog then. She was just tired and blah and this. Oh, now she is a sassy girl.
You'll find Butterfly posted up here 3 to 4 days a week, greeting customers and taking all the treats she can handle. No one knows for sure, but Wickler believes Butterfly was kicked from behind, dislodging her stomach, crushing her vertebrae, and paralyzing her. After hearing her story, Wickler traveled 1,900 miles in just 23 hours, rescuing Butterfly and getting her into this wheelchair.
And there was so much joy in her and being able to move.
And now she's the star of the show, and not only is she loving it, so is everyone else.
Absolutely love her. Some will shop just when she's here just to see her. It's been absolutely phenomenal. She brings more to this place than some perfectly able-bodied dog does.
Butterfly's owner wants to raise money to help firefighters buy oxygen masks for animals. You can follow her and Butterfly the Wheelie-Legged Bulldog on Facebook. That's all we have for you today. Join us tomorrow for the morning edition of Pirate News Network. I'm Anna Parrish.